Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to today's coverage of the brand new Late Cretaceous DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2. We've had a look at some things, probably so far, I don't know, I'm not sure what order I'm recording these in, but in this video we're going to take a look at our brand new pterosaur, the Barbaridactylus, a nyctosaurid from Late Cretaceous Africa, some of you will remember it, of course, from Prehistoric Planet fairly recently. Let's check it out, see what it looks like, then we'll talk about it a little bit more. So I'm just releasing one the first time, just so we can get a good look at it, and then we'll do the 5 release and some more skins. So this is what Frontier would consider to be the default skin, essentially, in that this is the one that the game auto-picks for you when you first go to release it. It's a really interesting looking creature in some ways. It looks very stumpy, doesn't it? It looks like it's been shrunk down and flattened, like someone's got it at both ends and kind of just squished it inwards. It's got an interesting crest design. You can see that kind of classic nyctosaur kind of design here. If you just follow where my mouse is, you can see how it splays out here and here. Now, the main difference between this and, say, the Prehistoric Planet version, of course, is that this one has skin flaps over that, and they're also a bit shorter, I would suggest, than the Prehistoric Planet version. Jurassic World Evolution does have a habit of maybe diminishing slightly the unique features of animals in the game, basically. But, you know, the sail itself is not necessarily a bad idea or a bad thing. I quite like the curved shape to it. It looks a little bit unique. It's got a little gremlin body, because they always do, but other than that, it's not bad. The fingers are a bit odd. It's got the curved, slightly pointed wingtips there, the bat-like texture, as we always do. Hook beak is a little strange. I can't get over the body shape. It just feels bizarre to me. It looks really nice while it's flying, though. It's very stumpy. It's quite a nicely modelled creature. I just wish again that they'd emphasised those nyctosaur features. And another thing that's a little disappointing, and then I'm going to focus on positives. You know, we just had a DLC where we brought feathers in for the first time. This was a really good opportunity to put that to use. Just a little mottling down here or on the stomach or something would have, I think, given it a lot of intrigue and would have made it a little bit more interesting to look at. But compared to, say, the Jurassic World Pteranodon, this is, I would say, a pretty cool step in the right direction. It's not a bad looking creature at all. I like it the more that I see it. A little squad. I always like it when they do that, you know, the run and dive out. There's no time to set off or anything like that. It's just charge out, leap yourself off the edge. That's the right thing to do. So you can see we've got some varied colours. We'll do another colour preview in the species viewer at the end. We've got these crimson colours, these bright colours there. Got these sort of yellowish brown sort of colours. We've got a green, that's the unpatterned version you can see there without the patterning on the crest. Perfectly good, I would say. I think this holds up pretty well even without the pattern, actually. I do wish they hadn't put the skin flap on, just because I feel like that would have made it much more unique in the game in some ways, but I do like that you can see, you know, the innards, essentially, against the skin flap. I think that's a cool little touch. There's the default one there. It's a bright white one, and we've got a little purple boy over here as well. So that is your Barbaridactylus. Now, of course, we need to check out some of the animations. We're going to check out its fish feeding and stuff like that, and how it breaks out, and how it kills things, and how it kills humans in particular. All that good stuff. Let's see if we can find a fish feeding animation to kick things off. Perfect timing. Let's pause that, zoom in there, see what they do. Now, it is quite a small... I mean, look at the size of the fish compared to the Barbaridactylus. It's fighting an uphill battle here. I'm very curious what it's going to do. Let me just get in a slightly better position. We're going to watch the green one mainly. Okay, really like that. I've not seen too many of the joint animations with the so that was the solo one there where it just kind of bites in and gook gook gook. I don't know if I've seen the other pterosaur joint animations. That could be not unique at all, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. That was really cool. It literally snatching the fish out of the beak of the other one. I really like that. And it feels like something a pterosaur would do, which is the important thing. So this is the default one there. You see it gets like a little fish. It gets a much smaller fish than it actually is there. Well, tell you what, let's see them kill another pterosaur first. Tell you what, let's have a look at their stats first of all. So, Barbaridactylus, appeal 194. So let's have a look at that compared to the others. Okay, it's already doubled Barbaridactylus, that's strange to me. 194, 98, 89, 67, 125, 120, 214. So a little bit lower than the Pteranodon, but not much. And I've got to say, actually, I said it doesn't feel that unique, but you look at it in the roster, and it does feel different. Have a look at its dinosaur needs there. Obviously the likes are wrong, I'll change that in a second. That's what I've had to do in every bloody video so far. Base dominance is 75. So lower than Mara, higher than Ciara, a little lower than Pteranodon, obviously much lower than Quetzal, much higher than that one. Actually higher than, no, lower than Geo as well. Higher than Trope, and higher than Tapejara. Let me just quickly change my sandbox settings. We can see that it likes living with Quetzalcoatlus. That's a really interesting one, actually. It likes living with Quetzalcoatlus. That does suggest that Quetzal might leave it alone, at the very least. That's a really interesting little... Let me have a look at the Quetzals. Dimorphodon Tapejara. So, okay, Barbaridactylus likes the Quetzalcoatlus, but Quetzalcoatlus, a little bit less convinced. There you go, folks. That didn't take very long at all. Swoops by, absolutely annihilates it. And it's the same as all the others, because of course it is. Right. Next up on our list then, let's get a breakout and see how it hunts down the humans. And then we'll do a little dinosaur test as well. How does it hunt down the Homalocephali, the Gallimimus, maybe even the Velociraptor? Well, the breakouts are the same as they always are. You'll have to take my word on that one, unfortunately. But Barbaridactylus has spotted its target. You see what I mean by it looking stumpy? Am I crazy? It's cool. It's fine. It's just, it's got a large head and tiny little legs. I think that's why. Anyways, it spotted a human. The humans are panicked. It's soaring in. Let's see what it does. Okay. Has it picked the target? I think it might be this one in the red over here. Okay, well, that was different at the very least. I'll give them that much. They did mix it up a little bit. Let's try and watch that again. That was like the first time I've tried to record an animation for this game, and I've got it first time. Usually it's a bit of a disaster until like the 5th or so chance of recording, but that was pretty spot on from the get-go, must be said. It's kind of, I quite like it. It's brutal, but short and sweet. It's effective in its brutality, or it's brutal in its effectiveness. That's more what I'm trying to say here. In that, you know, there's no messing around, there's no faffing around. They see someone, they land on them, they think, right, we're sorted. And then, oh, as has been happening a lot with some creatures, that person starts to do a little bit of a run, and they think, you know what, that's not allowed. She starts to, you know, she's been stabbed in the back. He hops off for a second, she starts to crawl away, and then, wait a minute, just finish her off. Gook. Little peck at the neck or behind the head or the base of the neck kind of area. I prefer the thing it's driving its beak through her skull, because that's more fun for the whole family, but yeah, cool. Effective, not overly dramatic, but I think it's okay for what it is. Right, however, there are more animations still to check out, so I'm going to shut down my park to get rid of all these numpties, and then we'll see how it handles some of the dinosaurs. So I would assume, as is usual, that this is similar to the human kill. I think that tends to be the case for most things, but we shall... Oh, similar to the goat kill, I should say. Let's see how it hunts down here. I'm just going to keep on the Barbaridactylus. similar sort of stylistic one, I would say, where it's kind of brutal and effective. Launches down, they kind of just roll on top of each other a little bit. The weight of grabbing it obviously brings the Barbaridactylus down onto the ground, and then it's a quick little stab with the beak to render it lifeless, as they say in the clubs. Probably. You don't know that they don't say that. We go to different clubs, okay? We're going to check the goat. The goat is probably the same as the Homalocephali, but we'll also check the Gallimimus as well. And we can find out about that goat kill right now. I believe Barbaridactylus is now swooping in. I think it's the same one as well. It's a brutal little so-and-so. Zoom in. It's swooping. It's moving. It's shaking. It's a little bit close to that. I apologise. But it's actually a little bit different. It is not the same as the Homalocephali kill. You can see it try to lift the goat up, fail to do so, goats are big boys, and then giving that up again, it just goes for that short, effective stab, which seems to be a very common move. It keeps saying that ghosts, that would be more interesting. Guests want more food amenities. They're in the shelter. What do you want? There's a vending machine. Like, get over it, kids. Don't believe I've shown you the drinking animation, so we'll just grab that quickly whilst it's going on down here. Don't think it's any different, but there you go. Part of the service I bring you here today, folks. Thoroughness. More than anything else. Thoroughness. Alright, where's my bloody goat gone? There it is. They've not gone for the Gallimimus quite yet. They might be a little small for the Gallimimus. That would be interesting. Although I believe Pteranodons can take down the Gallimimus, so that would be surprising if that's the case. Okay, let's try to get that goat kill up a little bit less disastrously, eh? How's that for a plan? You can see that little bit of frustration in it when it tries to lift the goat up. It starts to lift. It's like, wait a minute, I can't do this. Let's just try that one more time. I've made a little save for it. This is what I go through, by the way, when I make these videos. You can see that there's a little bit of, wait, I can't lift this. Drops it to the ground, and then like, oh, okay. Guess I'll just leave it here and murder it. That's fine. You know, you do what you've got to do, kids. Do what you got to do. If you can't lift the goat, you must eat the goat. As the old proverb goes. Should be back straight onto the hunt. It's going, it's trying, it's taking its time on this one. Yeah, cool. Always happy to just see original animations. Always happy to see new things. Lovely little slab of goat meat there. Lovely stuff. Well, folks, as you can see, they have started to starve to actual death rather than interact with either the Gallimimus or the Velociraptor. So I think it's probably safe to say their interactions are with these very small herbivores and with the humans, and it doesn't look to be anything else other than that. Which is a little bit of a shame. I thought maybe they'd take down the galleys and maybe we'd have our raptor fight animation. Of course, this isn't definitive in the slightest. I'm but one man with but 1 day worth of recording time, essentially. You know, I can't sit here for like 3-4 hours testing out every combination. People will inevitably find little hidden combos that I can't quite find just on my own. Of course, I'll try to bring you those as the wider community discovers them and credit the people involved, but there's only so much I can do at one point. A little unfortunate, but we move on. There is still one last thing we need to do. 2 last things we need to do, I should say. The next step, of course, is this. Is to see if the Barbaridactylus is one of the pterosaurs that will in fact attack the helicopter. Because they won't all attack the helicopter. It's at least that's how it's phrased on the forums. The forum suggests that certain pterosaurs, certain flying reptiles, it says, will attack the helicopters. So I'm going to be very obnoxious in my helicopter and see if the Barbaridactyluses do attack. First of all, I'm going to turn on vehicle aggression because I keep bloody forgetting. Alright folks, I've been flying around for quite a long time now, and I'm pretty sure Barbaridactylus does in fact not attack helicopters, which I find quite surprising. I've been annoying them for a really long time, and I've done this same test. You'll see in my update 4 overview video that I did do this. I've had pterosaurs attack my helicopter before, several different species, and I'm not doing anything different here. But Barbaridactylus just does not seem interested. I'm going to do another video specifically about this mechanic later on today, and I will test this again and make sure 100%. But I do get the impression it isn't capable, which I would find to be a really strange decision to add a new pterosaur that does not use your brand new pterosaur mechanic. But I guess they've just decided it's too small, basically. And I get the feeling that this Tapejara, Dimorphodon, maybe even the original Pteranodon, maybe you're in that group that can't attack helicopters. Like I say, I'm going to do a test on every single pterosaur in the game a little bit later on, but I do find that a little bit odd, personally. But is what it is. Again, I could be wrong. I could be messing up somewhere. You never really know for sure. It's impossible to tell for sure. I just kind of have to hope for the best. Maybe, you know, you'll hop into your game, you'll fly around, and they'll instantly try to murder you. I'm just giving you the information as I've got it. Anyways, let's finish things off by taking a look at the this thing here, the species viewer, so we can see some of these colours in a little bit more detail. A lot of high named ones. Ostra, Barba, Alamo. That's 2 A's and a B already. What's the other one? Styx. Styx kind of ruins it a little bit, but not bad. Right, so we've got lots of skin colours. Zoom in a little bit. I do like the model, I've got to say. It's grown on me a lot. We've got Sonoran Desert, Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert. Really like that one. Champlain Valley, Salar del Huesco, Limpopo River, super bright yellow there, Killian Mountains, Yukon River, a little dash of purple in there, Svalbard, which is a little bit lighter than Killian, Amazon Rainforest, which is just lovely hot pink, Mangrove Forest, which seems to be given much more love than most of the others. This one's got like a nice two-tone effect. Most of the others are quite sedentary in their tone, quite uniform in their tone. And, oh, hello, Gambia River Basin, absolutely wilding, to say the least. Let's make that, what's a good base one? I tend to go for the dark ones, because they tend to show the patterns a little bit better. Let's go for Great Sandy Desert, definitely like that one. And then we've got the Rana, so that adds the blue around the beak, which I actually never noticed before as part of the pattern, as you can see. So you can see what we've got. We've got the blue around the beak. We've got that lovely, I don't want to call it an ink spill. It looks, you know what it looks like? It looks like a cellular pattern. It looks like when you observe molecules and you observe cells underneath a microscope, the sort of patterning on the crest there. And then there's some sort of effects as well on the wings here. There's kind of striping on the wings. So that's Rana. Calcarana, really nice actually, with that bright colouring on the crest. Lithobates. Pulcrana, super bright red on that one. Papyrana and Pelophylax, which is quite subtle actually, not bad. I really like Calcarana, I think. I like these two in particular, Rana and Calcarana, and Pelophylax as well. This one I like, so he's trying to make it. I mean, that's pretty cool looking. I like that a lot, actually. That's pretty sweet. Let's have a look at the animations. What we've got? We've got sit. We've got the idle animation. It kind of just looks around, tilts its head a little bit, preens itself. I'm going to stop doing these idle animations in-game. I'm going to start doing them in this. It makes my life a lot easier. We've got flying, and we've got flying upwards. Exciting stuff. Right, for me, this is the last video I'm doing, well, the last species video I'm doing. 98 we're up to. 2 away from glory, ladies and gentlemen. 3 months' time, hopefully we'll hit that 100 mark. Barbaridactylus, to me, has the same problem that I'm finding with the rest of this pack, in a way, in that I feel like the animations are just... like, they're fine, and they've got this, like, brutal effectiveness that I do like, but... it all feels a little bit safe, you know what I mean? And I don't know, after 3 months of waiting, this time I'm just a little bit frustrated. This is the first time I think I've been disappointed with an Evolution 2 DLC. I'm not going to say it's a bad pack or anything like that, and I think I'll do a full-on review and get all my thoughts out later on. I don't know when you guys are seeing this video, so this might make no sense for me to get into this now. I just feel like, you know, some of the features could have been expanded on a little bit. I feel like the fuzz could have been added. I do like the skins. I do like the model. I just feel like just a little tweak here and there could have been a lot better. And I probably would have got rid of the fleshy bit personally, but that is personal preference, I'll say that much. And then the animations, and then the lack of helicopter attacking, and the lack of Gallimimus fighting, and the lack of velocity. I don't know, it feels kind of halfway there. It feels like it's not quite finished in a way. Maybe that's just entirely me, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm in a bad mood. I do still really like 2 of the creatures in this pack at the very least. I really like the Alamo and I really like the Styx. Although again, I do have small complaints there as well, but you know, you always do. It's an evolution game, it's a Jurassic World game at the end of the day. There's always these slightly odd creative liberties. I'll talk more about my overall thoughts later on. But yeah, that is it from me. Hope you've enjoyed this look. Let me know what you think about the Barbaridactylus down below in the comment section. I do like the model. It has grown on me a lot. There's things I'd change, but I do like it. It really has grown on me over time. I think here, especially in this colour combination, it looks quite good. I feel like I have to throw some positivity in there because I am overall positive. I don't want to seem otherwise. Yeah, a good-looking critter. A good-looking critter, to say the least. Thank you very much for joining me. Throw me a like down below if you enjoyed the video. We'll be back for a little bit more content, I'm sure, still. I don't know what I'm doing, but there's always more content. And I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Remember to subscribe for more dinosaur nonsense. Yada, yada, yada. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.